What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Clown blog. Yep, I'm in the office. Yep, I'm in Texas. Did a quick flight. Probably gonna fly back out on Saturday. The travels continue, but again, I had to put this on today. Cash and invest shirt. Um, and boy, if you haven't got it, grab the Smartphone Millionaire. How to invest in people, businesses, and real estate from the palm of your hand. If you can see me and hear me well, because I've got different camera setups, hit the number one button so I know you guys can hear me and see me. And drop your city and state. Now, I'm gonna say something unpopular just to kick it out the gate. I want you to understand, most of y'all to understand, when I talk about $30 trillion is exchanging hands in the next 8 years, and 30% of those companies that are going to get some of this wealth transfer are family offices. I also want you to realize that some of these hedge funds that you guys are like, yeah, they lost money. Yeah. Are some of our teachers' unions, our firefighters, our police pensions are tied to these hedge funds. Not all, just some. And I want you guys to understand. Sorry, the hair's straight, so it's in a ponytail. I want you to understand that is going to mess up some money for some other future folks. So as much as we want to go take that hedge funds, some of this money might hurt firefighters, police officers, and teachers' pensions. Now, it's not always, but I'm just giving you examples of what some hedge funds hold and their investors they are paying out. Now, listen, I really want to go, regulators, mount up, right? Because I came from ECU. I'm a business and sociology major. I took a lot of econ classes, a lot of classes where all my cohort sitting beside me were guys who were trying to go to New York and be on Wall Street, guys and girls who were trying to work in finance, guys and girls who were going to be the bank guy. We're going to be a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of people that in my classes that in the comment sections on the Facebook and the chats and the Reddits, because you guys know I'm a big forum user. They talk about this openly. This isn't like a foreign thing to me. It's a foreign thing to a lot of people. So listen, I'm not no Terry. I'm not MIT. I get a lot of the concepts. I understand here and there, and I understand a lick when I see one. Does that make sense? And I told you guys, part of the number one thing when I was in college is our professor was like, hey, if you go to my second class, because he couldn't get a lot of students for this other class he had that was kind of in depth, he's like, I'll teach you guys how to trade in the stock market. It's how I got my E-Trade account. It's how I learned how to trade. And part of what was crazy about that is I invested $2,000, student money, whatever, into penny stocks. Well, at the time, it wasn't a penny stock, but it was a pump and dump. It was like $2. And of course, boom, it got bumped up. Boom, it got dumped down. And at one point, I'm like, I made $8,000. I took a little bit of money off the table, and then boom, it crashed back down. Years later, I mean, even after I had moved to Texas, my mom was like, hey, I got this thing in the mail from the SEC. And I'm like, what in the world? The original guys who helped, pump that while I was in college, they finally caught them and arrested them. And what I want people to understand is you'll always have sharks in any market, whether you're talking about real estate, guys who are contractors who take your money and run, real estate people who say they're going to do one thing, don't do it. Even, unfortunately, home inspectors. Here in Texas, they just had a home inspector. They're thinking about suing him because he went in the house. It was vacant for a year and a half. Tenants, the new homeowners didn't know that part. And he was like, oh, it's all good. It's great. It's perfect. Well, the family moves into the house, maybe like a year living to the house. And all of a sudden, every night and day, they're hearing this noise like, brr, brr. It's 100,000 bees in the walls, all in the walls. And the only way the inspector would have missed this amount of bees, because it was 100,000 bees, and it would have took 5 years for the bees to make this big of a colony, is the home inspector wasn't doing his job. He was just rushing through. He was just scanning paper. He was just rushing up and down the place, right? And so in every industry, you're going to have troublemakers. Now, let me be very clear. I am not against what just happened. 100% at all. Now, I gave you the little spill about who hedge funds are, who they kind of can be. But at the end of the day, this is internet. This is where the gatekeepers are no more. I think you guys think I'm joking. I'm on this channel telling you that just about anything you want to learn, any field you want to be in, any place you want to go, you can hop on a computer and learn. Now, yes, you're only going to get so much information in the free market, but there is a ton of opportunity out here because the gatekeepers no longer control the gate. Now, if you know anything about guys or girls, now if you follow, I have more than one Instagram, as you know, and I have one that's just on stocks and stock conversation. And I follow a lot of trader accounts that are funny, but they're only funny to me and a couple other people I know that understand the stock market, understand business. And it's kind of just funny because I can tell you multiple guys or girls who trade just a little bit and they work from home. Now, this guy, I know he don't trade that much, but he makes enough to stay home. He'll do 1 or 2 swing trades. He's kind of a big lover of Johnny Bravo, and he uses the indicator to let him know when he needs to trade, right? So a lot of people are thinking, man, I'm 30, I'm working in fast food, I only make 30,000 a year, I'm struggling. And honestly, every day I get up, I go, it's a choice. One, it's lack of exposure. Let's be very clear. The kids I went to school with, the suburban kids I went with, the kids at college, the second, third generation of folks going to East Carolina because it was cheaper sending their kid there than New York City. I mean, these kids are, they've been on another level for a while. But if you don't have this exposure and realize this is just a technique, people do this all the time. The stock market is rigged. It's rigged. You have companies betting on companies going under. Do you understand that whole concept? You have companies literally betting on companies going under. Now, we know there are the Belks that just filed bankruptcy in North Carolina. There are the Sears, the Macy's, everybody. We know these companies that are going under. We can see in our daily life. We know stores we don't shop at anymore. We don't even go over there. We don't like that store anymore. And the truth of it is, you have a lot of players in the marketplace that do techniques and tactics that we would consider rigged, that we could consider dangerous. Now, you don't understand, hedge funds and big commercial investors get a couple seconds ahead of you. I think it's like 3 seconds, millisecond, or 5 seconds. A lot of computer options, they use computers essentially to do these massive trades, but 5 seconds ahead of you with a computer, you can't beat the computer. You can't beat Skynet. So there are some people who say, oh, the stock market is rigged, and there's reasons why they're saying that. Okay. Every hedge fund isn't as corrupt as you think they are, but there is something called performance fees, which are around 20%. That's kind of the industry standard. And this is where where hedge funds get a really bad reputation, right? Because let's say somebody made $100. We're just giving a very low number. The hedge fund's like, well, 20 of that's mine. So immediately you're thinking, I'm only getting $80. That sucks, right? Can you guys hear me? I don't have any echo or feedback, do I? Just making sure, because, new headset, new camera. Why am I laughing about this in some ways? And I'm like, yeah, regulators, renegades, do it. Because I'm in those forums. I'm in a lot of those groups where I'll see something. I mean, I'm even in I'm not knocking it. Todd Milley has a group where we're talking about different options that we're working on, right? And so we could be colluding there, right? So there's a lot. I want people to be careful about the words they're using. And I want you to understand that, like, even if I just share my screen real quick and show you what I mean, let me see if it'll do it. Hold on a second. Okay, can y'all see this? I think you can. All right. So even if you start talking to people, you start educating them, you can literally simple Google hedge funds lose money. Now, why am I doing this? I want you to spend time educating yourself, because just because stocks are popular right now, it's a hot topic. A lot of people are just going to jump and follow what they just saw happen. And let me be very clear. This has been happening for years. These communication groups and chats, people do this all the time. But in different ways. And so I want you to take your time. I just want you to Check it out. Right now, and also for those who don't know, I'm going to talk about Robinhood in a second, but Robinhood just got a lawsuit just got filed on Robinhood, and they just said tomorrow all trades are open to everybody. And I'm going to show you in a second. Essentially, Melvin Capital lost 30% on Friday. Another fund is down 20%. Another fund is down 10 to 15%. Now, you may say, well, Erica, that's just 20%. What's that mean? When you're talking about $1 billion funds, when you're talking about $500 million funds, you're talking about, $200 million funds, and you're telling me, home investor, that I've invested tons of money with you, that you just lost $10 million, $30 million, $50 million, $60 million, $70 million. It's a problem. $100 million, it's a problem. Okay. Let's go ahead and go down here. Jack Woodruff, 2.8 billion Candlestick Capital has fallen 10 to 15%. Now you're going to say, "Where? What's 10%? 10% of 2.8 billion? Honey, they on the phone right now. Like, who in the White House can we call? Shut it down. If you guys are taking the time and watch CNBC, which I watch in the background, and I watch Fox Business in the background, every day it's like they slick talk to you. Like you're an idiot. Well, those people on Robinhood, those retail investors, those millennials, those jack yokels. Like, we don't know we're in a house where it's getting, this is a casino. They call, the stock market casino for various reasons. Okay. But again, let me get back. 3.8 Maple Line Capital lost 33% through Tuesday, in part of its short position on GameStop. By the end of Wednesday, Maple Lane was down 45%. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? When something is valued at 3.5 billion and they lost 45%, they basically lost half of their capital. Like everybody who ain't on deck, like when Monday comes around at their office, there's going to be boxes and tears. There's going to be interns at the bar around the corner drinking. I want you guys to understand that, what we just read. Okay. Now you're going to say, Erica, I don't care about no hedge fund. I don't care. Let the hedge funds die. There's people attached to this. I just want you to, this people attached. Now, again, let's go ahead and tell you again. The firm, which previously closed to new cash, closed new cash. Why? There's various reasons why you as a firm would close new cash. You're trying to handle paperwork. Myself, trying to organize, get things straight for taxes, all that stuff. Is in conversations with current and prospective investors to raise additional capital. Now, let me go ahead and tell you, you want to seem like you're a selective capital company, a selective investor club. You don't take everybody's money, because everybody knows it only takes one monkey to try to stop a show. And trust me, you'll have one or two monkeys who are like, "Bleh," and cause a drama because they've never really invested in anything. This happens. So here, what they did is, we don't need anybody else's money. We're good. We're good on investors. We're closed to new capital. Well, guess what just happened? This came and beat the crap out of their legs. So, of course, they're what? They're like, oh my God, like freaking out. Now, you may say, Erica, why are you talking about this? I'll do more in depth on this on Saturday. I'll have Diamond Dave, because you guys really seem to like Diamond Dave. So I'll have him on Saturday. We're going to knock down and talk about a lot of really important stuff. But I want you to understand there's such a game. Like, I'm trying my hardest as this channel not to be a smart A, but like the more you get out here, if you guys just expose yourself just a little bit, if you just join a few of these groups, you'd be like, you just have your whole mind blown to opportunity. Same way with trucking. Now, trucking is going to take a little wane coming up. They've already predicted it. Same way, all these individual truck owners, which you had 15% truck owners come into the market, 15% already. It was already like that. You already had white ladies, black ladies, old men who owned 20, 30 trucks, 40 trucks, 50 trucks, and they were a force to be reckoned with in their region. You had this past year because of the popularity of trucks, because rappers, because basketball players, because business owners were getting semi trucks. All of a sudden, it's a lot of market disruption from all these new people. Let's raise the insurance to $2 million. From 1 to 2. Why? Because you have to have insurance to be on the road. And if you don't play the insurance game, they will get you up out of this road. You will be off the road. Your trucks will be shut down, right? And so why am I bringing this up to you? Anytime we come into a marketplace with dominance, and let's be very honest, if you're Black or Hispanic and you buying up trucks, I'm like, Why am I doing that to you? Not Asian brothers, you too, whatever. But Black and Hispanic people tend to be the drivers who, honestly, when I'm interviewing people, get the short end of the stick. But now you own the truck, you're in control. Now you own your brokerage, you own 10 or 12 trucks. You're meeting all these young Black men with 20, 30 box trucks. Now their margins may not be spectacular, because I'm gonna tell you what trucking it can be. Ugh. But the control went from the goose to the hen, right? You know what I mean? Like, who's got the egg, right? Whatever you want to call it. This is the same thing that's happening, right? And the more you actually understand business and having a business, and I don't mean just LLC Twitter, because everybody gets mad about LLC Twitter, but they're missing the point that once you get on this side of education and you're like, oh, I can have a business and get $150,000 PPP, and I'm the only person in the whole freaking company. Okay, well, let's say you're a business owner that's real smart and you only spend about $3,000 a month. Well, that PPP money is going to last you what? 2-3 years. Now you may say, Erica, a company making $3,000 a month, that ain't no money. You just missed everything I just freaking said. You just missed it. You just missed it because you're so busy being thirsty, chasing a couple more dollars, that you don't understand the concept of business, the concept of delay, the concept that it takes some time, right? So there's a whole more I can go in this, but anyway. Again, AMC Holdings, Entertainment Holdings, and Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, why is Bed Bath & Beyond interesting? Who just bought Bed Bath & Beyond? Who just bought Bed Bath & Beyond? Talk to me in here in the chat. Who just bought Bed Bath & Beyond? He's our favorite person we love to hate. Who just bought Bed Bath & Beyond? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Come on with it. Put it in the chat. Ty freaking Lopez just bought earlier this year Bed Bath & Beyond. He also bought Dress Barn. He also bought a bunch of other retail stores that your mama likes shopping in, your granny likes shopping in, Gen Xers and boomers like shopping in, your boy Ty Lopez. Now, here's why it's interesting. He bought it. He ain't even got all the money he said he got. He's out here raising money for accredited investors. Now, let's be honest. I'm in a 1%, and I'm technically, all right, I am an accredited investor, but that's another story for another day. But there are people who are not as knowledgeable or study as me and be like, your boy Ty Lopez, let me give him $100,000. You get 100 people giving Ty Lopez $100,000. You get 1,000 people giving Ty Lopez $100,000. Let's do the math here, folks. All right. So, all that. So anyway, but these companies he bought, you would consider them dead, right? Bed Bath & Beyond you consider kind of dead. You'd consider Dress Barn kind of dead. You consider a lot of these companies dead, but there's still power to be on the line. Now, here's a kicker. Borders Books was still online. I think they just got off. Somebody can check it for me. Got offline recently. Why? Because they had warehouses full of distribution, connections and paths, and so they could still run a bookstore, just not the actual Borders physical location. And there was this amazing Borders in the mall in Maryland, and I was like loving it. It was like 2 stories, coffee shop was jumping. I mean, it was amazing. And so I was like, man, I wish I could go back and see if maybe Barnes & Nobles took that over or what. Why am I bringing this up? Because relationships matter. Communication matters. And I know as much as y'all on this channel hate how much I was going on about Donald Trump and things you're hearing, rumors start for a reason. And sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. And I want you, if you didn't learn anything from this past election, that a lot of people out here, unfortunately, are in this likability contest. Well, I don't like him. He bad. Orange man bad. Orange man was the only one pointing out a lot of things. Now, when they say the swamp is back, Valerie Jarrett, all the same people that were running in the 90s with Bill Clinton, all the same people that were running there before are back in there. Why? Because if you live in DC, there's people who stay in an office, stay in an environment, stay in corporate jobs forever, and laterally just move around that same little DC swamp, right? What is happening here in the stock market is, if you pay attention, some of the same people, the sons of some of those same people, the grandsons of some of those same people just got a kick in the pants today, to the power of the internet, to the power of, we're going to make all these people sit at home because we can say so. Well, sure, we'll get on the computer and we'll talk to each other and we'll do things. Do you think that Facebook and all these people thought that all these black people would be telling all this black history all over Facebook and Instagram and all these places? No, they didn't think that's what we're going to use. We're going to use it to do stupid stuff, which we still do. We do a lot of challenges. But this is the kind of thing that is such a game changer. This is the fight Skynet. This is the rebel scum that you see in Star Wars. Rebel scum. Because that's what you are. You are the rebel. When you aren't in Wall Street, didn't go to Duke, you didn't go to UNC Chapel Hill, you didn't go to Wall Street, you didn't go do your internship. I interned at Edward Jones, didn't get on. There's reasons for that. I didn't fit a certain caliber, right? And so people don't understand what's happening right now, but I want you to understand this is like a great awakening, and it's hilarious because that's just the power of stuff. I'm on the live stream. So anyway, let me see here. Again, you can go through a couple of these. Fortune magazine. Again, all this stuff that I study in the morning, I literally could show you article after article after article. You can dive deep in a lot of stuff. Markets Insider. Write this down for yourself. And again, they're like calling it an army. Wall Street bets army that targeted their short positions, right? Again, listen to the language they're using and the vitriol they're using to these people who are sitting at home. Short sellers have lost over $5 billion in betting against GameStop. Let me say that again. Short sellers have lost $5 billion in betting against GameStop. All right, let's go on over here. You can look over here what happens when a hedge fund occurs a loss. You can look up this. You can go on Coral. Okay. $5 billion. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm concerned for the mental health of several people. They probably need to be looking out for jumpers tomorrow. And I'm not even being funny at all. You probably need to have a hotline number that they put on TV because, this is not even going to be funny. Let me see here. Oh yeah, they're still talking. They're still talking about Trump. They ain't got nothing to talk about. Let me see here. Where's the? Trying to find this thing for y'all. Robinhood. That's what I was gonna find for y'all. Robinhood. Robinhood is like, we apologize. Literally. Let me show you this. And this is happening right now. 2 hours ago, 50 minutes ago. I'm gonna show you. I mean, they're getting savaged. Let me see the lawsuit. Robinhood lawsuit started today. Boom, 1 hour ago. And 6 hours ago. Let me go ahead and I love this. I just want to show y'all this. Let me get it in here. All right. You can't see my screen. I just realized that. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm coming. I see you guys. Quotes. Listen, drop a one in the like button. There's 349 people here. Hit the like button. The likes are free. Also, drop something in that Cash App. Sprinkle on your girl. Shake it for me, baby. All right. Wait. Oh, thank you, Jackie Williams. Okay. Thank you for the $20 super chat. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Whoops. All right. Let's go ahead and thank you, Jackie, for dropping something in the change bucket. The pastoral pastor bucket. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Let's go ahead and hit this one. Boom. Class action lawsuit filed against Robinhood for restricting trade. I love America. We don't play. We're going to hit you over the head in 2 hours. All right. The suit filed in the Southern District of New York claims the day trading app purposefully, willingly, and knowingly removed the stock, GameStop, from its trading platform in the midst of unprecedented stock rise, therefore deprived retail investors of the ability to invest in open market, manipulating the open market. Listen, I'm just telling you, they move fast. I'm gonna tell you right now, Robinhood's good for starters. And again, people say don't bash other platforms, but it's very basic. TradeStation's better. I have E-Trade since college. E-Trade is now better because E-Trade was crap for a while. They improved their platform. greatly, especially on the mobile side. Um, um, TD Ameritrade's trash today. They were restricting people. What's the other one? No, Webull restricted people today. Webull about to get hit with a lawsuit. And that's the only one I really want to talk about. Let's just stop there. But anyway, GameStop, AMC, and BlackBerry. Now we laugh about BlackBerry because in our mind, BlackBerry is whack, right? But we are forgetting that a lot of these phones go overseas, right? BlackBerry in Dubai, BlackBerry overseas. Thank you, Rashid J. Davis, for the super chats. The Cash App, excuse me. Also, here you have another one. Class action lawsuit filed against Robinhood following outrage over GameStop restriction. They're not playing with y'all. Okay, they're not playing. Now, what did Robinhood do? Robinhood said, all right, dang, okay, we apologize. We're going to allow some limited buys on GameStop and AMC on Friday. You know why? Because they are breaking the law. That is breaking the law. They are manipulating the stock market. Now, here's the problem. This limited trades, who has this limited trades? Who's having them? Right? So let's go ahead and exit out of this because it's going to keep playing that video in my ear. Okay, going down some more. Google savaged Robinhood's 1-star rating by deleting 100,000 negative reviews. So now Google is on it. Google, who tells you to report, review, give a review, Skynet just took off 100,000 negative reviews. If I were you right now, I would go back onto Google and bomb the app again because I'm going to do it tonight. I just want y'all to know. I'm going to go on there. Because that's not the free market. That's like every time these restaurants have something where they treat a black customer bad and people leave reviews, they're like, oh, we're going to clean up the Yelp. It's unfair. It's not real customers. This is the same thing. This is what Google just did. Unhappy users have been reviewing bombing the app. No, they're not. They're sharing their information on the platform you provided. So now the app had 275,000 reviews and they took it back. People are hitting me up. I'm on a live stream. Hit me later. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie Williams, for the $20. Thank you, Rashid Davis, for the $6 Cash App. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting us, the channel. Okay. So you can see more here. Boom. Boom. Just dropping them. Okay. But yeah, this is outside of Chicago. Oh, yeah. You guys are doing it. Okay. All right. Let me go on over here. Stop. All right. So what's going to happen is this is just a awakening the dragon moment, and I'm going to pull up this Instagram that I love because they crack me up. One, that's why I like following them. But there's a whole world out there of people who just do a little bit. You know, I'm being careful. There are people who do just a little bit, and you should pay attention to some of what you're seeing. Everybody wants to sell courses. Everybody wants to do trucks. Everybody wants to do, and I go, some of the things that you overlook make money. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Let's go on over here. Let me share my screen real quick. Boom. I love these people. This cracks me up. I'm not promoting these people. They're not giving me any money for this. They are just hilarious. Wall Street bets. Wall Street memes. Their merch store is hilarious to me. And you'll see why. But again, these are comments from people who are part-time doing this. They're young people doing it. Boom. They already, and every time Elon Musk tweets, they send it out. They make something. They make some kind of hat, some kind of shirt, and every time they have a lot of cool memes. This is the best one so far. Multi-million-dollar firms going bankrupt after trying to short. That's all, right? I mean, they just have some good stuff. Fidelity, I have cards with Fidelity, but I have not used them as a brokerage. Let me see. But yeah, just go through here and me and you may go, oh, I don't get this. But I want you to Google some of the stuff you're seeing, right? Citron Research, Melvin Capital, call an ambulance, right? Well, then boom, negative 4,000% returns, and the average person is getting 690, right? So there's memes and jokes in here. If any of you um, understand what's going on, if you read the news enough, it's the best. It's the best comedic thing I'm watching lately, because a lot of like what some things you can put on. I'm not gonna say autopilot. Let me be very careful. Um, but trucking and some of these other businesses I talk about, these physical businesses, they're good to run up some cash in your pocket real quick. They're good to have an asset that's kicking you off 50K for the year to 100K for the year, and then what do you do with that money? Because you'll meet some people in trucking and other businesses that all they do is spend all that money for the whole year. They spend it. They spend the whole thing. The goal is always to invest into longer stuff. So these crack me up. Again, check them out for yourself. Don't. I didn't recommend them. I didn't sell them to you, but I just wish it very funny. So again, Wall Street memes. Again, like this, their other one they keep coming up with. But the hats, they always have like little bulls or little things they pull from Twitter. Just that's even funny that you can't do anything about that. Again, so if you have watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street, that's the point of this hat he has on. So it's just funny because if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, that's okay. Even now, they've already put a T-shirt. Like these people are ridiculous because one, it's hilarious, and two, I could see someone doing this. So anyway, Lehman Brothers risk management department. If you get the joke, Lehman Brothers went under, and they wear the shirt. It is what it is. So, any questions you guys have today? That's just something I want to say about it because it's funny to watch. It's actually encouraging that's how powerful Americans are. If you think about the Bernie fever, if you think about Ron Paul Nation, it's the same thing. These people are just doing it economically, which just shook and made people pee their pants. Like if you watch CNBC this afternoon or Fox Business, it was all the people who are very much against regulation, against Biden, against all this stuff are like, we need regulation. These guys are just doing too much. And it's the absolute opposite. Like my favorite, this is how much I tell y'all I love like the stock market and stuff, is Maria Baltimore. Like love this woman. Think she's very crazy, except for, the cheating scandal she had. But this, again, 10 laws of enduring success. Don't sleep on it. But yeah, they already have hats up. Again, I don't make any money off this Shopify this little site. I just had to show you, like literally, people are making money and wearing outfits. It's just crazy to me. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. Buy the dip, short the VIX, long Bitcoin. I mean, it's insider stuff, some of it, but it's all a skill. I just want to say that it's a skill. Once you learn that skill, no one can take that away from you. That's all. So let me check out some of your comments here, and then I'm gonna kind of wrap it up and get up out of the office. I've had a long business day here, and plus the lighting's not that great. I don't have some extra lightings. Oh yeah, they're definitely trying to vilify. Oh, I mean, listen, Robinhood has been sketched for a while now. And if people didn't jump ship when they had 5 times they went down with lack of liquidity, and you still over there, they didn't know what they were doing. That's all I'm going to say. Weeble is Chinese. It is. There you go. There you go. Robinhood sent out an email trying to cap. You already know. You already know what's about to go down. Tangibles is the word from here on out. Every day, tangibles, every day. Like people are like, Erica, could you just let it go? Donald Trump isn't in there. Could you just stop talking about it? No, I am going to be on foot on the neck every day for the next 4 years. Like, so where's those tangibles? Huh? Where's that economic plan? Huh? He hasn't talked to, Dr. Cube yet, Ice Cube yet, huh? So busy, huh? Executive orders coming out door. Because I know it's bullcrap. Because I know the real way you're going to get tangible access is you having an LLC. Yeah, I'm those LLC Twitter people. You running your business and investments under that LLC and you providing returns for your family. There's a lot of people who are going to be fired in the next month. And if you can go get a better job, do it, right? I even have people here on my staff. They're going to go work for a startup. Startups run off other people's money and money they get off big investments in the beginning. But at some point, they have to turn a profit. Every business is a startup and has to turn a profit at some point. That's just how it is. Oh, honey, they were trying to CYA cover your butt, cover your A, all of it. They couldn't do it. Done. See, here's what Robinhood has to learn. And this is something I'm going to say, and people could be mad at me. The same way Clubhouse just got $1 billion valuation off Black people is the same way Robinhood just got all this clout. Because a bunch of people who were like, I can't pay for my trades. I just want to get in the game. I don't want to pay. Realize at some point they were going to have to pay. Crappy service, crappy app, or go to a better brokerage. Right? Now, Robinhood, because of that force of people coming in, was able to change the market. You had all these companies who had to take down fees. E-Trade, it was charging you $9, $9.99 a trade. It was crazy. Several of these companies had to take it down to zero because of Robinhood. So Robinhood should be a little more gracious to his people, but don't worry. You cannot stop people from hitting a lick. I have M1 Finance. I like it. Boom. Robinhood is good for beginners, but that's just it. A lot of people are staying in the beginner phase for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Yep, that part too. And so here's, and to clarify, I wasn't making fun of BlackBerry at all. Sears, everybody made fun of Sears. Sears owned like 500 other companies up under Sears. So yeah, Sears, the physical store is gone. But Sears itself owned over 500 other little businesses. They were like the number one appliance repair in the nation. So all these little places and little chains you see, they were Sears backed. When Sears was like, oh, we're going to repair it. You can bring it to any of us and you have a warranty. That Sears warranty came from those little shops that they own, repair places they own. So again, a lot of these companies you're seeing own a bunch of other companies. That's it. That's just all there is to it. Data is oil. That is right. Data. I mean that, Twitter, Facebook, they're all conglomerating against our past president. They're conglomerating against free information being spread. Skynet, YouTube is right up in there, and YouTube makes so much money off some of these channels that they're like, well, we have to deal with them a little bit longer. That's right. Blackbird is diversified. Huge payouts. Listen, come on now. Martha Stewart went to jail for like a small amount of money. Not even a good amount. Not even a good $100,000, I don't think. Maybe 100, maybe 120. And you got Nancy Pelosi, who has access to things that are about to come on to Congress and be talked about, buying up Tesla, and then the government literally next week saying, hey, we're going to invest in electric vehicles. Come on, man. Come on now. The stuff is like in your face. And I'm just so disgusted with everybody who's like, whew, Erica, thank God, bad orange man, he gone. Baby, stay asleep. because you're going to be permanent underclass and suffer for the next 20 years. Like there's a lot of stuff I'm seeing right now that I realize I can't save everybody and I'm not going to try to. If you don't have your kids educating themselves on stocks right now, on real estate, on opening businesses, even when I hear people like, well, everybody ain't meant to buy a house, Erica. That's fine, but these are the same people who don't have any other investments. They don't have no stocks. They don't have no savings. They don't have no other investments. They're going to be a permanent underclass person. If you're in a country that values ownership and businesses, like this is what it values, and you are like, I don't want either one of those two, you're done. You're done. You're done. Right? And this is why you have this big mass of people trying to convince you into communism, because they do not want to operate in a system that is currently here. They're like, man, I don't want to do business. I don't want to learn tech and do tech, Erica. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a skilled anything. I just want to go to work and type on the computer and get $50,000 to $100,000 a year. That's over. That's over. It's over. What's outside of Chicago? Naperville, however you want to say it. Tam's like, I'm done. I'm out of there. Listen, thank you. Yeah, Fidelity is a good one. There's a lot of stuff I could talk about, but I'm trying to be careful because, that ain't, yeah. American Airlines, same thing. Same thing. I mean, uh, airlines aren't dead, but they were talking about how this billionaire came on and talked about, oh yeah, the hotels and airlines are dead. And then it all drops, not necessarily just because of him, but because the compounding news. And then he buys it all up. I mean, there's just, again, I was at the airport the other day and that bad boy was packed to the rooted to the tootie, from the front of the plane to the back of the plane, plus 6 dogs on the plane. Trust me. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Tyler. I mean, it just is what it is. Some things we overlook actually make money, and some of the people that we overlook make money. This is true. I mean, this is, if you're really a believer in the free market, then these companies losing $5 billion is like, all right, cool. That means that $5 billion went somewhere, right? When Joe Rogan left Apple and then went over to Spotify, and $5 billion was in the stock market, and Apple's like, we didn't lose anything. We didn't lose anything. What are you talking about? You did. Someone lost $5 billion, whether they want to claim they did or not. They lost it. Whether well, we didn't lose it. That's just the stock market. No, you lost it. You lost it. Everybody wants to call while I'm on the live. So crazy. Um, where is it at? I'm seeing. My 11-year-old uses Robinhood. Congrats. There you go. Sears started online shopping, so you can't use it. Use that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What, Cat? See, I'll start blocking y'all. Do we need to start blocking people? Sears died because the opening stated they've never put Chinese products in store. Yeah. Should we buy land in Dallas hoods? What hoods left in Dallas? Not many, other than Oak Cliff, and it's expensive. So good luck. Thank you, April Brown. I appreciate that. Boom, that part. CEO of Robinhood compared himself to Clorox or Lysol CEOs at the beginning of the pandemic? Probably. Folks are fed up. Mm. Well, see, here's the thing. This is the thing, DJ True, DJ True. I don't know what this is. People are trying to save themselves. I'm tired of hearing that sob story. It's been 11 months. Like, let's be really, really quick and honest. If someone tells you, hey, they got a party in Miami, they're going to have everybody come in, the Super Bowl players, the football players, all of a sudden you find the money to get to that football game in 2 weeks. When it comes to your real life and stuff that really like, I'm gonna say this, and I mean this with gentleness I can in my heart. There's two men that I used to respect, but they keep talking about the manosphere. Yes, the manosphere, the manosphere. Yeah, the black manosphere. And I'm like, brother, you need a life. Like, what's your life outside this? I'm worried about you. Like, friend to friend, I'm worried about you. Stop it. But and again, I put it in my comments. You can't buy a goat farm from a man with no goats. You some of y'all on some sucker stuff. Stop it. Stop. You're getting a little crazy with it. And I'm be careful. I don't want the drama, but I really am like sad for some people because I'm like, this is the internet, but this isn't your life. Like, you have to have a life outside of here. Let me see. All right. Oh yeah, she's pretty cool. Okay, let me see what else y'all got in here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up. Honey, I ain't got to quote the man all the time, but there are some people who literally, from the time he goes to work, one day I clocked it till afternoon. He's on Hangouts. He's on another Hangout. He's hosting a 3-hour Hangout. Baby, stop. Like, I went on here for 2 days. People are like, "Are you gonna do a show? Are you gonna do a show?" No, I'm doing stuff. I'm getting ready. It's tax time. It's W-2 time. I gotta get these W-2s out. We gotta talk to our accountants. We have stuff to do. We have a real life out here, and people seriously, whoa, seriously tripping. All the evicted people going to hotels. Yes, but hotels have been packed for the past 3 years. If you actually look at the numbers, you've had people, again, when I talk about wave 1, 2, and 3, which, and again, I'm not trying to say I'm no genius. I just read a lot and I actually do business in the real world. You ain't going to buy a goat for me and I have no goats on my goat farm. That's all I'm going to say. And so when someone's like, this person is the master, this person just taught me the knowledge, I'm like, clearly you're dead. You've got to be dead. That's what you must be half dead, because if you've been so asleep that you haven't seen the transitions, the first, second, third wave of people with the sleeping in the cars, the homeless, the hotels being full of people who are sleeping there because they can't get an apartment, you've been dead. You've been almost dead, because this has been going on for 6 years, 6 to 10 years. We're just seeing it more. And we just have YouTube where it's in our face more, and Instagram where it's in our face. Again, if I could sit down with a group of people and literally show them some things that I've been in masterminds, like I just paid for 7 masterminds for the rest of the year to go to and fly to, because here's the thing. In the middle of a pandemic, the 100 people that are going to be in that room are the hungriest of the hungriest and go-getters. And like, let's do something. What you want to do? What you want to do? Let's do this. That's the kind of people I want to be around. That's the energy I want to be around. And you have to have something to bring when you get in those rooms. But be on line all night, capping and talking about, women. Like, I don't get this, because we have this internet and economic bubble in our face, and people are like, nah, I just want to talk about stupid stuff all night. Which there can be some, but they can't be all. She said Sears died because they stuffed people who were 20 years ago. I mean, again, there's a lot I could say on some of this stuff. Boom. Exactly. Too big to fail. Look at Atlanta. Look at Atlanta and the Delta down there. They're not letting them go down. The lies. Listen, the internet ain't even playing anymore. Like Twitter, YouTube. Again, when you have CNN, can I even talk? CNN and a couple of these other companies literally like, hey, we got to stop some of these YouTubers. I keep telling y'all, the problem with our community and other communities is we're late to the game and then we do too much. Like we're on the platform doing too much, right? We're late to the game and then we're doing too much. And like, it's like, if I could literally just tell you, man, just do a few simple products, keep it pushing. Take your 100 to 300,000 you're going to make off this platform. Go take that money and go put it in the real world. Like I literally was in a business meeting. The guy was like, boom. And when I showed him my YouTube numbers, he was like, oh, let's take this and go put this in the real world, baby. Like, because a lot of these YouTubers are doing it for the fame. If you said, Erica, hey, we're going to give you $1 million, but you got to get off YouTube. I'm going to take that meal. I'm going to go to the house and have some babies and call it a day because you're missing the true economic power of that million. But that's a whole nother conversation. Let me keep going. Crazy. You ever have people that's the crazy uncle in the family and half the time they talk and nobody's listening? Well, here on YouTube, they can talk and somebody will listen to them. Kingston James, and here's the thing. I'm going to end this one, but I might come back on tonight and do a whole segment about how people are playing the wrong game. And I'm going to talk about the black father that went over to that house and tried to correct internet bullying by being in person. There's a whole conversation I want to have about people are trying to play by the old rules, and those rules are gone. Like I'm trying my hardest to be respectful, but I'll save it for a different live. So I'm a Kingston James. There you go. Kingston James give Kingston James a hand clap because he's gonna be my second later live. I'm just saying, man. Listen, whole day. Like I used to just love the guy, and I'm like, man, he's killing me here. Full of them. Rashid, what's good? She gets it now. We have a lot. We have a lot on our hands. We could do so much better. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for the Cash App. I mean, thank you guys for supporting the channel because it just is a respect thing. Like when I see people send here or there, even if it's a little bit, I'm like, thank you for respecting the channel. I saw a little bit of it. At the end of the day, like the show's a show. Grant would love to be on TV, and he just his energy in a sea of in the 80s, Grant would have been on TV somewhere. 90s on TV somewhere when the whole greed is good Gecko Gordon. Now we have a lot of people who even now, I'm not gonna name no names, but there's sales groups that are like, how to sell without selling, how to sell and be nice, how to sell, because there are different types of Americans and they want to be sold to differently. But we have just a very kid gloves approach to a lot of people lately. Thank you. Y'all know what I was trying to say. So I was struggling. Y'all help me out. We on Clubhouse made Clubhouse a valuation of $1 billion. Did you see Calendly has a black creator? See, they didn't tell that at the beginning. They kept that real hush hush. Like, okay. And then Zoom creator is Asian. Like both of those people are gonna be billionaires. But that's a whole nother. Thank you. Like asking a naked man to tell you where to get clothes. Tam, eventually we're going to get you on this channel. We got to get you scheduled in. Boom. Listen, see, Allie, a bunch of girls just did a income review. Go Google it for yourself. Don't take my word on it. Google it. A bunch of girls who are in the makeup and beauty space and the fitness space, they all were doing these reviews about how much money they make, and their numbers were trash. If they weren't making money from, thank you, Sienna, thank you, Jasmine, I see you, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If they weren't making money from sponsorship brands, they weren't making no money. Just straight up. I'm not even joking. That dude did. Yeah, he did. I'm gonna tell you. They really do. Oh, thank you so much. Attention is like crack currency these days. They don't care about the consequences as long as they get their fame. But attention is very fleeting. Yeah. Like every time I hear these rappers, oh, I signed a bad contract. I signed a bad contract. 9 times out of 10, they knew it was a shit contract. They knew it and they still signed it. So I don't really have sympathy for these. Unless people come out and be like, yo, I'm dyslexic. Then I'm like, damn, they got you like that. Like when they told me R. Kelly basically can't read or write well, and people help him write the songs, and he just outside, he's singing and they writing it down. I believe that. I know people that are that talented and just can't function at a high level for various reasons. Use Cash App for stocks. Thank you so much. For sure. But listen, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. You got thank you for the Cash Apps, y'all. I see him. Thank you, Brandon Jackson. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm gonna get on out of here. Listen, I'm building businesses, I'm growing things, and so that my children, future children, I don't got no children, but my future children can enjoy them. I can enjoy them with my spouse and go travel and live life, because life happens outside. If y'all pay attention a little bit, there's a lot of massive changes going on, and I hope you're paying attention. And if you're in my Rise 20% group, we'll talk more on Saturday afternoon after me and Diamond Dave do our show about some of the things I'm seeing, some of the masterminds I'm going to, and some of the information I'm trying to like collect on to grow this year in a sea of 2020, which 2021 will not be the real estate crash, which I'll do a whole show on that. It'll be 2022. Reason why, like even certain cities I'm calling around, I'm trying to be careful what I want to say. Basically, Austin right now, we have 20 to 30 offers on one house in Austin, Texas. Every article that comes on the news talking about Austin, Texas, they are killing it right now. Killing it. All apps have fees. That just is what it is. YouTube just takes 30% and gives it to me later. Possibly. Maybe never. I want you to understand, like we've got 20, 30 offers on houses here in Austin. Houses are going above regular. There's wait list on brand new developments all over the city of Austin in the suburbs. And then they're going to take a year to build your house. It only takes 4 months to build your house, y'all. And people are like, Eric, you ain't gotten your house yet? I'm like, I'm telling y'all, it's about to go down. Listen, cities like ours, around Dallas, around Houston, if you didn't get in around this time, you're not going to get in. Like I know 4 people right now who just got Airbnbs, and I was like, you got approved for that? I'm telling you, it's going to be here. So anyway, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classic Climb blog. We have so many great shows lined up. We have some great people lined up. Tomorrow we'll have Lane, who is from an investor club I'm in called Simple Passive Cash Flow. Lane Kawaski's from Hawaii. He's the young man you saw me travel with to Belize for the cacao farm and the coffee beans. I think you guys will really enjoy that. And also next week we'll have Dr. Dix. Dr. Dix is going to be on talking about automation awareness. I'm super excited to interview Dr. Dix. And then also we have some more people coming on that are just going to rock your guys' socks. All right. So It's gonna be good. It's gonna be crazy. Welcome to Texas 2020 and beyond. It's gonna be the place to be. All right, you guys. This is your girl Erica from the Classic Con blog. You guys have a great night. Later.